how I lost my best friend. And hello my angels, welcome back to my channel. Sduzondo. We do all things motherhood and self-care here. I hope that you do stick around and enjoy this video, and if you do, please don't forget to give me a huge little thumbs up, leave me a cute little flower emoji in the comment section, and of course subscribe. Hi you guys, I missed you guys so much. Let's get into it, you guys. Today we are going to be talking about losing friends in your 20s. I know. Let me actually take a breather. Losing your friends in your 20s, and then I am also going to share a bit of a story time of how I lost my best friend, and then right at the end I'm going to share some lessons that I learned from a few of my friendship breakups, which might also help you if maybe you also going through a friendship breakup. Friendship breakups are honestly so painful. They are so painful, if not worse than actually romantic breakups. Okay, you know when you break up with your man and then there's a breaking up with your friend, I honestly feel like breaking up with your friend sometimes might be worse than breaking up with your man, because some relationships in Javela you just like anyway, that's not the point of this video. But as to say, you guys, when you lose a friend, just know that it is normal and it is okay, and it is also okay to feel the pain. Another thing though is that if you look back a year before now, a lot has changed in your life. So losing friends in our 20s honestly is normal. It's something that we all go through, and we just need to acknowledge and be okay with it. Also, another thing that I've noticed is that people that you thought would be your forever, when you actually met them, they're actually not even in your life anymore. And people that you never imagined would be your people or your forever people, when you met them, are actually in your life right now. And that's exactly what I went through, what I've been going through, what I went through entirely basically in my life when it comes to friendships. I feel like the people that I thought would be my forever friends are not really my friends anymore. And the people that when I met them on the go, I was like, not too sure about that. But right now, today, I honestly can't imagine my life without those people right now. So honestly, I'm just grateful. I don't want to say I'm grateful for the friendship breakups, but I kind of am. Because I feel like the people who are in my life right now are actually meant to be in my life, and I'm honestly so okay with that. Anyway, let's jump into the story time, you guys. Whew, okay, so let's let's rewind and go back to my varsity years. So if you are new to this channel, I am originally from KZN, another province, and I moved to Joburg when I started my university years. So when I moved to Joburg, you guys, if you didn't know, I went to the University of Johannesburg, UJ APK campus. Yay. I low-key kind of miss the varsity days. I feel like varsity days, the only thing I stressed about was books. That was just about it. Now, I don't know. Anyway, went to APK, UJ, right? So let me paint a picture. So me moving from KZN, I kind of had an idea that I need to put myself out there. When it comes to socializing, meeting people, I am honestly not that great at socializing. I am an introvert, if I'm being honest. Yes, if you know me and you just know me and you used to me, you think that I speak a lot and I'm out there and but I'm not really. I am more reserved, especially if I'm meeting you for the first time. I'm not the type of person who will papela from the get-go. So I am an introvert. Fast forward, when I moved here, I told myself I knew that moving here, chances are of me bumping into people that I know from high school, they're slim. I might bump into one or two, but I'm not really gonna, I have to get out of my comfort zone when it comes to socializing, right? So what happened was, which was very weird and when I look back and I think about it, I'm like, girl, you were brave, because I don't think I would have done what I did back then. Now, first day of varsity, first day orientation, orientation, we meet each other, blah blah blah, and do all these exercises, whatever. So walked into the lecture hall. As I walked into the lecture hall, this is a bit of a story time of how I met my friend. Walked into the lecture hall, and as I walked in, basically I just looked around and then I saw her. I was like, oh my goodness, she's so beautiful. Walked up to her, sat next to her, and I was like, hey girl. And you guys, you know, love at first sight, we hit it off from the get-go. She was like, hey, how you doing? And I think it was much more easier because she is more of a social person compared to me. And not only just a social person, she's just a sweetheart. I don't think she's not the type of person to be rude or mean. She's a sweetheart. So she just interacted with me back. She wasn't rude or anything like that. Asked me, oh, hey, where you from? High school, blah, 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 you know. So we're talking. And it was just amazing. You know what? When people tell you, when people ask you, when like romantic couples, and they ask them, how did you guys meet? And they're like, I saw her walking down the road and I was just, hello, the rest is history. Exactly us. That's how I feel about my friendship with her in terms of how we met. Hit it off from the get-go. She is from Johannesburg, so she already had friends there. They all came from the same high school. She took me in right after that when it was lunch, and we did everything together. And then right after that, she introduced me to her friends. Some of her friends were nice, some of them were not nice. One of the people who are not nice in that squad, you guys, it was my actual best friend now. My best friend now was part of that group my ex-best friend introduced me to, and she was giving the no new friends type of vibe, mean girl. Mean girl attitude, like I don't want no new friends. My high school besties are gonna be my besties for life. You lied. God was like, no honey. This is your actual best friend. This is actually quite funny because I always rub it in her face. Like when we're together, sometimes I remind her, I'm like, yeah, you remember when you thought so good to look at us now. Anyway, introduced me to the girls. Yeah, naturally we all formed a squad. I don't know what it is. Maybe it was back in the day, but I don't know. University just has this thing with different squads. Maybe it was in my university days, but back then there was squad after squad after squad. So yeah, we formed a squad, and then next thing met other girls, and then it was just this group of girls who were just hanging out together whenever we can after classes. And yeah, so yeah, we hit it off, you guys. And all I can say is that with our relationship, we got each other. Like when I say we got each other in terms of humor, there was never a dull moment. And like we used to laugh at the stupidest things. Like we'd look at a fly flying, we both look at each other and we laugh. She didn't have to say anything for me to get what she wants to say. Like it was just that type of thing, you know, where we honestly just hit it off and we got each other, we understood each other. And that was the type of friendship that we built and we had. And this was going on for years, you guys. Since first year, we were just friends throughout. Well, I mean, the squad, we were all together, we were all friends. And I know like a lot of people, if you were in UJ at that time, a lot of people used to look at my girl group and be like, laba ngathi baskimene. A lot of people used to say, laba baskimene ngokuba bahle. That's just about it. And I know like most of the time when people used to approach us and ask us like, what do you guys study? And it was like, oh, you study accounting. And I was like, huh? What do you mean? Anyway, yeah, so I'm actually enjoying this. So that was like the whole friendship thing that we had. And it's actually quite funny because growing up, you guys, when I just think about how I was raised, growing up in Ekhaya Skule, we are just taught that don't put friends first. A friend should be the last thing on your mind. It's all about family. Put family first. Umngani ngeke akufikise ndawo. So that's the mentality I had when it came to making friends. And it actually makes sense because when I look at like my friends in high school, I had friends in high school, and it was like, but when I look at my friendship in high school, I don't think my friendships in high school were that thing where I'm just like, yeah, these are my forever type of, you know. I think I just had friends, like just to have friends, if I'm being honest. I know this is not gonna come across as like okay to other people, but it's just, I'm being honest. I feel like high school I had friends, but I just don't think that it was those type of friends where I felt like these were forever type of friends. And I think it was mainly because of how I was raised. Like ubaba ekhaya into nje yokuthi umngani, it was what umngani for what. And not only just me, when I also look at like my family, my cousins and stuff, we all are the same. Like we don't really have a lot of friends or anything like that. So it honestly makes sense. And I'm saying this now because even now, like a group of friends that it used to be a group of girls, we have now went down to just a group of 4 girls. So Njena, and I think it's okay, honestly, it's okay. Sometimes you don't always have to have a squad deep, because even when you have a squad, you always have that one person who's closer to the other person. There's something you're gonna tell this one, and then there's something that you're not gonna tell this one. You can be honest to the other friend and not be honest to the other friend. That's just how it is. And then eventually you start feeling like, oh, but you feeling this type of way towards me, and it's just a lot. I don't know how I made it through a squad friendship. I really don't know. Now that I think about it, it was a lot. So yeah, you guys, so fast forward in terms of how the actual friendship, how it started like fading and ending. So for us, we never really used to have conflict, if I'm being honest. We're not the type of friends to fight and bicker and not really. But what happened was, I think something happened, and not even I think something happened. She went through something. I thought I was there for her, but she felt like I was there for her, but not in a way that she needed me to be there for her. But I think the one thing that hurt our friendship was that we had to basically, that thing of, if you do something, I'm the type of person, if you do me something, if you do me wrong, I will tell you, like, friend, I don't like 1, 2, 3, and 4 there and there, because I don't want to get to a point where I bottle it in and then I resent you and then I start ignoring you, and the other person is like, I don't know what I did, now she's ignoring me. I think the one thing that started the friendship breakup was that she felt some type of way but didn't really communicate. The only way I could see that, okay, something is a bit off, is because she was sort of like pulling away and things were just not the same way, like shifting apart, drifting apart. And it was sort of like, oh, okay, I can see a shift here. So what is it? So then when we realized the drift between the two of us, I'm sorry, the sun's going to go down, so the lighting might change. When we started seeing the drift in our relationship, I then was like, dude, let's talk about it. What's going on? Tell me how you feel. She addressed it. She told me that, dude, I went through this and I feel like you were just not there for me. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I thought I was actually there for you. I didn't think that this thing that you were going through affected you that much. I mean, wrong of me. But yeah, so I was wrong in that instance, apologized, and I hoped that we would actually figure things out moving on and things would be okay again. But things were just never the same. They were honestly never the same. It's actually quite sad thinking about it. So I think from then, months went by, and I think it was just that thing of, I'm trying to be there for you, but I'm not sure if you want me to be there for you. Things are awkward. It's not the same. You don't really confide in me like you used to. Like, things just shifted, And I think for me, on my end, the biggest shift was the fact that right after, while we were going through this thing, I also had a life-changing moment in my life where I found out that I was pregnant, I was going to be a mom and all of that. And I feel like I didn't really share all of those moments with her, even though they were stressful and all of that. But when that happened in my life, she was not the first person I thought of to share it with. And I think that was the biggest shift for me, where I just felt like, ooh, okay, how do I call this person my best friend if I'm going through this and she's not the first person I think of to tell? So then on my end, that's when I felt like, okay, there's definitely a breakup here coming. So, and I think those breakups suck, hey? It's like you can feel it. You see it coming, you're like, yeah. And then it hits you. Then you're like, ooh, yep, I saw it coming. But I think in the process, when you honestly love someone and you really care about them, personally, when I love you and I care about you, it's hard for me to let go. It's hard for me to see that, okay, this thing is ending and be like, okay, oops, it's ending sharp, bye, good. No, it's so hard for me. I always try and work things out, try and figure it out. I'm the type that just keeps trying. And that can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing sometimes, because I feel like sometimes I hold on to certain relationships even when I'm not supposed to. At a certain point, you just need to let it go. So yeah, you guys, so that happened, and we were still friends, we still considered each other friends. There are certain things that we tried doing together, but like I said, it was just never the same, you guys. And I could feel Uguti, I'm forcing myself to into this person, like Nyas forcing Bilonyake. I just felt like now the whole friendship, it's not natural. Like, it wasn't happening natural anymore. It honestly just felt really, really forced. And that's when I realized, go to ooh. And then also, and I felt like the other girls, but I don't really want to elaborate on their relationships and their friendships, because that's their personal lives. I'm trying to share my own personal experience and not include them. But I felt like for them, they kind of like noticed and felt, good friend, it's over. But I was still hanging on, hanging on for dear life. They were also trying on their end, but I just felt like I was really hanging on. So that happened, you guys. It really happened. It really happened slowly. And I'm not gonna lie, looking back, it hurt me. That friendship breakup really, it really hurt me, because she was one of the people I really thought that we shared so many things that were similar. We were into a lot of things that were the same. So yeah, I really was hoping Uguti she'd be my forever friend, but I guess not. And so therefore it really hurt. And I feel like also me hanging on for dear life was one of the things that really hurt me. And I just honestly just needed to let go. I feel like the more you hang on, the more you actually hurt yourself, whereas you just need to let go and just be okay with it and move on with your life, honestly. And yeah, so that happened, you guys, and the friendship ended. And I'm saying it hurt because I started being petty. Like, I was petty, the pettiness of unfollowing on social media, not following you, not calling, not, things just slowly faded out. And I felt bad with the whole unfollowing, the whole pettiness of unfollowing and all of that. But then again, that's how I was feeling. And it's okay. Honestly, did that. It's fine. And I felt like one of the things that made me hurt the most is that at first I thought maybe it's something that she's going through, like, in her life. And then I realized that, and then eventually I was like, maybe I was the problem. And the reason why I felt like, maybe am I the problem, because if a person is letting you go and not really being interested in your friendship anymore, I kind of, what do I want to say? I started questioning myself, Wuti, was I the problem? Because if I see you on social media, moving on with other people, moving on with other friends, now you have new friends, new best friends, new all of this, and I'm just like, maybe the problem was me. So I started feeling that way, and then a lot of blame, like just a lot of turmoil and me fighting with myself back and forth, which was not really healthy for myself, but I did it anyway because I was hurting. But then I just made peace with it, and I realized, Guti, maybe the problem wasn't meant for you. Maybe she just felt like you have served the purpose you were supposed to serve in her life, and it's time for her to move on. And maybe we have outgrown each other. Yeah, so that's eventually how the cookie crumbled. And then I also have another friendship breakup, but I'm not gonna like share the whole entire story on that one. But I also had another friendship breakup, which was also a best friend breakup. But that one, I know specifically that I was wrong. And it's one of the breakups where I feel like I really want to make it to her. Like, it's one of those people where I look at, I'm like, damn, I messed up there. And one day, I don't know how and when, but I really want to make it up to her and just say, I'm sorry, I messed up. And yeah, so you get a lot of different kinds of friendship breakups, you guys. But one thing, not just one thing, but a few things that I want to share with you guys in terms of what I learned from my own friendship breakups is that it is okay. If you're going through a friendship breakup right now and it hurts and it sucks more than you losing indoda yakho, that's fine. That's okay. Be in it, feel those moments, and the next thing is to let go. Let go, because you're eventually going to find yourself in a resentful phase where you now resent the person and you are just too mad. You just need to let go of that person. Be okay and let go. And another lesson that I've learned is that some people in our lives are meant to be in our lives for a certain period and to serve a certain purpose in your life. You just need to now say, okay, from this friendship, what can I learn and what can I take from it? One thing I learned from that specific friendship is that sometimes maybe as a friend, I need to think about the other person more and be more considerate and not just think, oh, well, I think I did my best, she should take it. No, put more effort into your friendships. I always say to my friends, like this year, I said to my friends, I really want to be more intentional when it comes to my friendships, in a sense of, if I'm thinking about calling my girl now and I'm thinking about her, I'm wondering, is she okay? I want to do it now. I want to check up on her and ask her if she's okay now. So the same mistakes that I might have made in that friendship, I don't want to make them again, because not to say I didn't really, I wasn't really appreciative of that friendship. I was, but now I'm just like, I don't want to lose my friends right now. I don't want to lose them. I love them too much. I do not want to lose them. And then another thing, you guys, is that the people that, I said this already, I'm going to say it again, the people that you might meet now and think, oh, there's no way we're going to be friends, those people might be your forever. One thing about me is that from that whole large group of girls that I had in varsity, I am only now friends with 3 of them. And I'm telling you, we were a group, okay? And only 3 of them, and I can count them in one hand. But I'm so grateful. I love them so much. These girls, they're so supportive, loving. When anything good happens in my life, they are there to celebrate and enjoy my life with me in that present moment when I'm going through whatever milestone I might be going through. If I am going through the worst, they are there, phone call away, and I can just vent. And another thing, there's nothing I appreciate more than the type of friends where we cannot talk or not see each other for weeks, but when we link up and we are together, it feels like we were never apart. That's the type of friends I have right now. And just to end it off, in a sense of, this video came at the right time for me to shoot, is because I have honestly identified another, like, I love my friends so much, and I feel like this year was just one of those years where I'm just like, damn, I love them. It's one of those relationships or friendships where I feel like my love for them grows. Like, you know, when you look at someone else, damn, I never thought I'd love you more than I actually love you now. Another form of love that I've identified from my friends is how much they love my child. I was telling Unomzamo the other day, and I was so emotional because I was going through something, and I was like, the way you show me love and how you love my kid, I just love you more. Every time you do that, I love you even more than I did. It's the little things, man, the little things where if it's my kid's birthday, my friends show up. If it's my birthday, my friends show up. If I need anything, basically, my friends show up. And I realized that with this month, basically, 1st of July, when I had my grandfather's unveiling, and my friends literally booked tickets, booked a car to get to KZN, Bafike Kaya, and be with me and my family. Just their time, the money they spent, and they didn't even make me feel like, oh, friend, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just love them so much for that, and showing me so much love in that sense, and I appreciate them so much. And it's the type of people where I'm always like, I wish I could do more for them, but for now, you know, obviously I can't. But I really eventually really pray all the time for God to keep them in my life so that I can show them how much I really appreciate them. For now, I can just give words, you know. But yeah, I try my best to show them how much I love them and appreciate them. So to say, you guys, with the friends that you have, show them some love, appreciate them, treat your friendship that you have as if it's a relationship. If you want to chat to your man and say good morning babe every morning, do the same with your friend. check up on your friend now and then. Your friend doesn't have to go through something for you to actually check up on them. So that's the type of friendship I always say, that's the type of friendships I want to strive. That's the type of friend I want to be. I want to be the type of friend that I also want, you know. And I feel like the friends that I have definitely give me that. So yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video was a little bit entertaining, and I also hope that you guys picked up a few nuggets there and there. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to leave me a cute little fly emoji in the comment section, but most importantly, please do subscribe, you guys. I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Bye.